Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video. Today, we're watching the original Myrno versus the Multiverse. This is part something and something. I think we're doing two parts today. And yeah. Myrno's starting to heat up, and then he started to heat up. He started to take some niggas out. He took Earth out, and a bunch of universes so far. So yeah, and he killed Kefla last one. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Vados is attempting to shatter through my time cage, is she? You deplorable traitor. I'll have what I came here for one way or another.
Oh, shit.
Even if it means slowly torturing each and every single one of you to draw them out. I know they're watching, Myrno says. I can feel the Grand Minister's energy radiating through the multiverse. But why hasn't he shown himself along with those brats? Maybe slaughtering another one of his precious angels ought to do the trick. This game you are playing is beginning to really annoy me, Myrno says. And as soon as Myrno went on to charge directly towards Vados, he then went on to continue. Then I guess I'll start with you and see if my experiment is successful. But then, before Myrno could get any closer to Vados, out of nowhere a voice went on to tell Myrno, not so fast. As if I'm going to let you run away during our fight. You again, trooper, says Myrno. How dare you touch me? Your existence means nothing to me, and even with the power of Ultra Instinct, your efforts are laughable. Get out of my... But before Myrno could actually finish, Mastered Ultra Instinct Jiren had taken the liberty in slamming Myrno's body down on the ground by telling him, then try laughing at this.
Oh,
so
shit.
As long as the fire within me continues to burn, you're not going to be taking anyone's life here today. Now, Son Goku, use your portal warping technique and free those angels. As with Goku then being shown doing exactly that, with Vados attempting to do her best, in shattering through Myrno's time cage, Vados went on to comment, this cage will not bind me. As with Goku also being shown opening up a portal, he then went on to comment, come on, where are they? This has to work, Goku says. We need them. We can't do anything without the angels. There, Goku says. I think I found them, but my power's fading. My body is too worn out from fighting Myrno. I need more power, Goku says. As only then Vados was finally then shown breaking through Myrno's time cage in acknowledging Goku by then telling him, your energy is rapidly decreasing, don't give in. I will lend you some energy in order to help you get by, Vados says. You must resist and not give in. The Grand Priest needs a little more time in order to sway the Omni Kings into siding with him in order for this nightmare to end. If we wish to end this, then we need to continue to push back or destroy him. Do not relinquish your fighting spirit, Vados says. As Vados was then shown sticking her arm out, she was willing to help Goku replenish his energy by then telling him, bring them back and continue to fight, Son Goku, which was exactly what Goku had done, because with Goku now gaining the necessary power in keeping this portal open, Goku was then finally able to do the job that he was set out to do, as Goku went on to comment, whoa, my power, it's back. Thank you, Vados. Now come on, you two. There we go, Goku shouts, found ya. As when going back to Myrno and Jiren, Myrno was shown punching Jiren in the face by then telling him, torturing you is much more enjoyable than it is to simply rip your life away. But these pathetic games of cat and mouse is irritating me. Back down into the dirt you go. As with Jiren's body shown crashing out into the distance, Myrno then went on to continue, what gluttons for punishment you creatures are. Your feeble minds cannot possibly comprehend my power, but only one can. We are the sum of our deeds, mortals, the result of the path we choose to take. And my path has led me down this road, the road of revenge against those who attempted to take my life away. I will continue to beat you creatures around this planet until they come to me or I kill you all and go to them. As with Margarita and Whis finally shown returning with Goku shouting, gotcha, there you go, Myrno went on to acknowledge their return by responding, the Saiyan freed them. Of course he would, but perhaps he might be what brings them here. Those portals of his, Myrno says. Is it possible for it to lead me to them? He must know where they are. I'm sure of it, Myrno says.
Why do you think these niggas would know?
However, we must not waste any more time, especially since we are short on it. Listen to me carefully, Whis says. It is made painfully clear that you cannot possibly hold a candle to Myrno as you currently are. You don't have the strength to push back. I am saying this to you because right now the only ones who are able to remotely do anything to hold Myrno off are us angels. With the power of Ultra Instinct, you, Jiren, and Lord Beerus are simply holding on to your lives. Vegeta is also barely clinging on, so it won't be enough. We need more in order to see our time through here, which is why both you and Vegeta must merge together right now in order for our universes to have a fighting chance. As with Goku shown getting into fighting position, he then went on to respond, I'm not sure if we'll have enough time to do our fusion dance, but we'll try our best to make it happen. With Whis responding, I wasn't talking about the fusion dance, Goku. Although the first set of Potara earrings were destroyed before your bodies merged, I made sure to create a spare just in case something happened to you both before Myrno invaded our universe. It possesses the same magic in holding you both together for an entire hour without separating you, despite the amount of power your bodies emit. As all a while with even mastered Ultra Instinct Beerus attempting to strike Myrno with Myrno moving out of the way, Whis then continues, at the rate which we are going in, Myrno will surely kill us all soon. My brother is at his strongest, and I cannot detect any openings in his defenses. And if Myrno does have any weaknesses, then he's done a perfect job in hiding them from us. We swore to defend the multiverse no matter the cause, so we must, Whis says, but I fear that Myrno is still holding back tremendous amounts of power, likely saving himself for the Grand Priest and for the Omni Kings if he finds them. We are simply pawns in this game of his, Goku, so we must not give in. As Whis was then shown spawning the last set of Potara earrings, he then continues, with these they will increase our odds in staying alive. Now hurry, Whis says. Go with Vegeta and put these on immediately. We will all buy you the most amount of time that we can. If these earrings are destroyed, then all hope is lost for us to hold off any longer. Don't fail, Whis says. If you haven't already noticed, Myrno is also attempting to beat the information out of us in order to track my father and the Omni Kings down. He hasn't killed us all yet because he knows he could possibly gain something more from us before killing everyone. We are to not give him anything. If we die, then we die in honor. With your fusion in place, it will help buy the amount of time needed before Myrno meets his end, Whis says. And as soon as Whis was then shown taking off and holding Myrno at bay, he then went on to tell Goku, now go! Time is not to be wasted, Goku! As we only then pan back to both Vados and Margarita, Vados went on to acknowledge Margarita by telling her, it's been a very long time since we worked together in a fight, sis. What do you say we remind Big Brother of what we can do when we're fighting as one? With Margarita responding, indeed it has. I don't think he'll be expecting this from his little sisters, so let's surprise him. It's worth a shot, Vado says. We need to pick our spots carefully. If you are able to find an opening, call it out, sis. With Margarita responding, well, whatever happens out there, it's been an honor to fight alongside you, sis. If we make it out of this against him, then maybe one day we can find out which one of us is stronger. Like the good old days, right? Margarita asks, and with Margarita and Vados then shown getting into fighting position, with both of them acknowledging the overall situation, Vados went on to respond, right. It would be an honor, she says. Now, get ready. Ready whenever you are, Margarita responds. Keep your eyes on him. Pay attention to his movements, as all the while when going back to Myrno, he is then shown being attacked by Whis, as Myrno went on to respond, your attacks are sharper than they were before, Whis. I wonder why. You'll die in this fight regardless. And as soon as Myrno was then shown attempting to punch Whis was very fortunate in moving out of the way and dodging Myrno's punch by responding, not unless I am able to take something from you before that happens, brother. As to the surprise of Myrno, Whis was then shown actually connecting a punch to Myrno's face by continuing, I would rather be destroyed than give up any information that could lead to the multiverse's destruction. We will not break, nor will we quit. But as quickly as it happened, Myrno proceeded to uppercut Whis in the stomach by then telling him, then I will break both your spirits and your bodies. But even then, Myrno was not expecting what was about to happen, as Whis went on to grab onto Myrno's arm by telling him, no, you will not, Myrno. I've got him, Whis shouts. Grab him now. What? "What are you doing?" Myrno asks, but then, once again to an unsuspecting Myrno from behind him, Mastered Ultra Instinct Jiren went on to grab onto Myrno in a chokehold by telling him, "Don't worry about what we're doing, you should worry about what your final words will be after this is all said and done." "You dirty rat," says Myrno. "How are you still standing?" "I am still standing because my will to crush you and see you pay for what you've done is what drives me. The will to become the strongest and the will to never fail again." But just like Jiren and Whis, Beerus had also went on to grab onto Myrno's legs by telling everyone, "Quickly, whatever your plan is, Whis, it needs to work right now. I've got him." As even the tyrant Frieza himself was then shown injecting himself in this situation by grabbing onto Myrno's arm and telling him, "Oh no you don't, hurry it up, whatever you are about to do, do it already. He's too strong to hold on to forever," with Jiren responding, "Just hold him, don't let go." As with Margarita and Vados shown powering up, Vados went on to ask, "Do you think this will work? If we strike him at the same time, will it damage him enough to where it causes an opening?" With Margarita responding, "Myrno's body is similar to the Grand Priest's in a way. It's very durable and can withstand lots of punishment, so I can only hope this works," she says. To where as we then take a look at Goku desperately shown rushing towards Vegeta, Goku went on to shout, "Vegeta, quickly! This might be the only chance we'll ever have to pull this off. We can't waste this." Whis created a backup set of Potara earrings in case something happened to the ones we had before. "We've got to put them on right now while we have the chance. Their effects are kept the same and we won't defuse despite the amount of power we use. It's now or never," Goku says. "This is the best shot that we have at holding Myrno off and stopping him." "Fine," Vegeta says, "then hurry it up. It doesn't look like they can hold him," with Goku and Vegeta shown powering back down with Goku responding, "Here, you know what to do. Listen, we can't hold anything back against him. So when we merge, let's try and use Ultra Instinct as our primary power and combine that with your primal strength from within." "I'm not sure what's about to happen," Goku says, "but it's our only shot here," with Vegeta shown putting on the earring and responding, "This had better not fail because I am not going to do this with you again."
Shut up, Vegeta.
So
you don't do it
or
again.
nothing. Either we use 100% of the fusion's power, or we die. But our heroes were unsuccessful enough in keeping Myrno locked down for a longer period of time, as Myrno went on to blow everyone back by unleashing more of his energy and shouting, "I will not be bounded by you weaklings!" But by that point, Goku and Vegeta's bodies were already shown merging together, as Myrno's attention had then shifted in noticing a massive bright light in the distance by responding, "What happened to those Saiyans? This energy. That light," he says. "I see. So this was their plan. They had another pair of Potara earrings." As for the first time against Myrno making his return, we then see how Vegito had now stepped onto the battlefield, with lightning shown surrounding his body and staring very intensely. That's when Vegito went on to address Myrno by telling him, "This is where it ends, Angel. Your reign of terror and carnage throughout the multiverse ends here with us. No more games," Vegito says. "Well, well," Myrno responds, "it looks like I'll be killing two birds with one stone here today then. I know all about the sacred Potara fusion, and just like the other two," now what were their names again? Ah yes, Kefla and Android 35, "you will be the next to join them in the afterlife." But Vegito was not looking to waste any more time, as he was then shown closing his eyes and now beginning to tap into his full power by saying to himself, "Remember what's on the line. I will stop at nothing to destroy him once and for all. I must," Vegito says. "It's time." And as Vegito's body is then beginning to change, we start to respond, "Yes, that's right. That's the way. Remember your training. Remember what you are fighting for. Remember the powers that both of you have acquired and bring it out onto the surface. We need you in this battle." As a massive burst of energy is then shown making its way upwards, the sheer force and magnitude of this intense power-up was so tremendous as it was beginning to blow everybody back, with Jiren having to chime in, "That power and that heat. They've done it.
Yes, sir.
It's time." With Beerus also responding, "Look at that energy. And that aura. Is this the full power of what Goku and Vegeta are capable of when they combine bodies? Well done, Saiyans. This is what is needed." As even Boo went on to respond, "Wow, Boo has never seen power come from Goku and Vegeta like this." "Ah, curse you apes," Frieza says. "I hate you so much. Ah, what force. Why am I not surprised by this? Hurry it up, you monkeys! Let's kill this angel already! Yes, Whis says, good. That's the way, young warriors. This will help buy us the time we need until the nightmare finally comes to an end. I hope this breaks through, Whis says. We need all the firepower that we can get. Just remember your training. Remember every battle and every moment that has brought you to this very moment in time. As with all of this going down within Universe 7, meanwhile, back with the Grand Priest and the Omni King, both the Omni Kings and the Grand Priest were shown playing rock, paper, scissors as the Grand Priest got the better of Zeno with Zeno responding and shoots. Aw, you got us again. You're really good at this. How do you keep winning with the Grand Priest responding, I guess it's just luck, sires. You've done very well and won every game we've played, says the Omni King. You're really good, Grand Minister. So the game is over then, one of the Omni Kings shouts. You gave us a run for our money. You're the first to ever beat us. Yeah, says the other Omni King. Nobody has ever played with us for this long before. You've been really fun and have passed all of our tests so far. Yeah, you have, one of the other Omni Kings says, but you still have to pass one more test and complete one more game. If you can get by this, then we'll agree on letting you use your full power to fight Myrno for us. We hope it's just as entertaining as these other games were, with the Grand Priest responding, you mean just one more game and it's over? Well then, sires, what will this game be exactly? I don't want to keep you or Myrno waiting, with the Omni Kings then responding, oh, you'll see, Mr. Minister. It's a good one, but nobody has ever passed it before. Yeah, says the other Omni King. Follow us into our throne room and we'll show you what it is. Come on, hurry! As with the Grand Priest then shown visibly concerned and nervous, he then went on to say to himself, if this is truly the Omni King's final test for me, then I must make sure to hurry up and get it done. I sense a great war being waged within Universe 7. But I also sense a great loss of life as well. I'm sensing a new warrior. This must be the Saiyan's fusion entering the fight, which only means that Myrno has overwhelmed them all to extreme measure.
Yes.
I have to hurry and arrive. I'm sensing a great anger coming from Myrno, which means he's almost completely run out of patience. Please, the Grand Priest says, just hold on a bit longer. I'm coming. As within that moment, the Grand Priest was then shown having to enter the room in which the multiverse was overseen, and from there going out of his own way to use his own energy in stabilizing the multiverse. That's when the Grand Priest went on to comment, the situation with Myrno has turned out to be far worse than I previously imagined it would be. Keeping the multiverse locked and protected from Myrno destroying them would at least ensure that the Omni Kings will not notice their destruction. I cannot push the Great Kings, the Grand Priest says, or their moods will change, which could result in the end of everything. Once this final test they want me to partake in is complete, I will finally put an end to all of this once and for all. What have you done, Myrno? And for what? Our laws cannot be broken, especially not without approval, the Grand Priest says. Otherwise, none of this would have happened and it would be me out there against him and not them. I can only hope that your united alliance remains intact by the time we arrive. I know what you are doing, and I promise you that you will pay for everything you've done to defy me and disrespect the laws which we govern by. But unbeknownst to the Grand Priest, the Omni Kings then went on to walk into his chamber by then telling the Grand Priest, there you are. We were wondering where you went. Yeah, we thought you didn't want to play with us anymore, so you left us behind. Yeah, one of the Omni Kings says, that wouldn't have been a very good decision to make.
What the top 5 strongest at? Get them at them.
Our last game with us? This is all you need to pass and will grant you the permission you need to fight. And as the Grand Priest then proceeded in turning around and bowing down to the Omni Kings, he then went on to tell them, my deepest apologies, sires, but I was only looking to see where this great battle that will be held for you will be taking place. And I think I found the perfect location for this battle to be waged in, great Omni Kings. You did, says one of the Omni Kings. This sounds so exciting. Yeah, it does, says the second Omni King. Is it here? Will you be fighting him here? Or maybe you decided to fight him in one of the 12 universes, with the Grand Priest responding, well, actually, sires, that battle will not be held here in this chamber. However, I did indeed find the perfect location, and that location will be in Universe 7.
Universe 7.
I ask of you, if this game and test of yours is completed, am I bound to any limits? With the Omni Kings responding, well, no, You're not. Yeah, says the second Omni King, you can use your full power without any limits, and whatever you destroy, we'll just bring back using the Dragon Balls if we feel like it. Wonderful, says the Grand Priest, thank you. You may or may not remember Myrno, but he is indeed an extremely dangerous life form. I humbly ask of you to not intervene during our battle. It would be for the best, along with giving you the best entertainment that I can as well. So about this game of yours, the Grand Priest says, shall we begin? As all a while back within Universe 7, both Margarita and Vados had found their opening in picking their spots very carefully as Myrno was distracted. As Margarita went on to shout, he's distracted, Vados, let's move in while we can. Let's see if we can find an opening, Vados says. Stay sharp, Margarita. But to the unfortunate shock and surprise of both Margarita and Vados, Myrno had already known that they were making their way towards him, with Myrno not willing to waste any more time by sticking his arm out in response. Did I not say that you will be saved for later? Was my word not made clear? Away with you both, Myrno says. As with Myrno then shown blowing Margarita and Vados away with such tremendous force that as their bodies were sent flying out into the distance, Majin Buu went on to stick his arm out by catching the angels and commenting, Buu, make sure angels are safe. As all a while in the meantime, Myrno had seemed to be very fixated by Vegito's transformation in solely paying attention as to what was about to happen, as Myrno went on to comment, now back to you. This power that I am sensing, this radiation feels similar to an angel's power. This must be Whis' doing. Of course it would be. He must have infused his angelic energy to make sure those Potara earrings are stronger than usual. But it's pointless to resist, Myrno says. This too will be just another warm-up before the great feast that I have prepared. These mergers and fusions seem to be filling up time, as if I didn't already know what you were doing. But you will all soon see. Now let's get on with this. Show me the power of your fusion, Myrno says. And as Vegito is then shown finally completing his transformation, Beerus went on to put this into question by asking, Whis, do you feel that? The Saiyan's fusion, what did you do with those Potara earrings? With Whis responding, to ensure the fusion remaining, I made sure that no amount of power Vegito uses will result in them separating. And to make sure that we had a fighting chance against him, I merged a small portion of my angelic energy within the Potaras. That's cheating, Whis, Beerus says. So does that mean that Vegito is on the current level of the angels? So as long as those earrings remain, Whis says, they will be. Which also means, Beerus says, as long as Myrno doesn't get a hold of them and breaks them, then the fusion will remain as it is. Let's hope these Saiyans can help us buy the time that we need. I don't know how much longer we can keep this up, Whis. It feels like he's starting to use more and more of his power as we attack, with Whis responding, we must not yield. I have no doubt that the Grand Minister is doing the best that he can to see this through. I hope the Omni Kings agree to his plea, and with Myrno shown carefully observing, Vegito took it upon himself and looking down in his hand by responding, what incredible power. I've never felt energy like this before. So this is the total power of both Goku and Vegeta. I can also sense an angelic energy as well, Vegito says. This must be Whis' doing. Now then, here we are, Vegito says. Your nightmare ends with us, and we are not looking to play any games either. So what's it going to be, Vegito asks.
That look clean as hell.
Are you ready to die, Angel? And with Myrno then shown smiling, the menacing Angel did not appear to be concerned at all, as Myrno went on to address Vegito by telling him, show me what you can do. Will he survive, Whis, asks Beerus. How much more time do you think is needed? I think our odds are certainly higher, but how much time is needed? As long as it takes for the Grand Priest to help get the Omni Kings to agree to his conditions on this battle, Whis says. Until then, we must continue to fight, no matter what. As with even a battle-damaged Master to Ultra Instinct Jiren looking on, Jiren then also went on to acknowledge the situation by responding, I don't like this. The Angel appears a little too relaxed. Stay alive, Fusion. And with Myrno not looking to waste any more time, Myrno went on to respond, now go. And go Vegito did, because as soon as Ultra Instinct Vegito went on to speed right towards Myrno, Myrno's immediate reaction was then being shown defending himself, as Ultra Instinct Vegito had gone to move so fast beyond Myrno that even Myrno himself had gone to put this into question by asking, a vanishing ability? The force of his speed alone created an illusion. So then where did he go? But then, before Myrno could even realize it, Mastered Ultra Instinct Vegito had gone to connect a thunderous shot by telling Myrno, "Here I am!" As the sheer force of the impact alone was so powerful that it caused Myrno's body to not only go flying out into deep space, but even the others such as Beerus himself could not believe this, as Beerus went on to ask, "Whis, did you just see that?" Incredible, Whis says. He was able to trick Myrno into believing that Vegito attacked him, but simply created an illusion before finding the perfect opening to strike, which when then going back to Myrno,
damn, okay,
was sent flying and crashing through several different planets. This itself had really gone on to illustrate the case in point of how strong Vegito actually is in not only being successful enough in connecting a solid shot to Myrno's face. As Myrno's body was shown crashing through planets, he eventually went on to maintain his balance by shouting, "Enough, those pathetic Saiyan mortals! I see what you did now. Clever and effective, I will say. I was too careless." And with Myrno shown looking down on his hand, he then went on to comment, "Blood from a mortal. One lucky punch changes nothing, so you're a lot stronger than I assumed you'd be. Fine, but that will be the last time you will ever touch me ever again." As we only then make our way back down onto the Supreme Kai homeworld, Margarita went on to inform Whis by telling him, "Our healing is beginning to take a toll on our power, Whis. We will reserve our ability to heal until it is needed. Can your warrior do it?" With Whis responding, "I am unsure, but you know as well as I do that one lucky punch will not change the outcome of this fight. Both Goku and Vegeta are using the core of their limit-breaking powers along with my angelic energy as one. There is no telling what will happen, but we must prepare for the worst," Whis says. "Whis, what do we do if the fusion is overwhelmed?" Beerus asks. "Should we attack him as one or wait for an opening while they battle? Our options are limited, and we can't afford to lose any more fighters as this continues." With Whis responding, "I am confident that Vegito's earrings will be enough to hold him through against Myrno for a little longer. As it stands through their merger, Vegito is the healthiest and most recovered fighter we have outside of us angels. If we rush in blindly, it could cost us our lives, so we will wait. If Vegito is beginning to get overpowered, then we will make our move." With Frieza chiming in, "Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that even with those monkeys fused, there's no guarantee that we will win?
Of course, nigga.
What else will do if not even fusion will stop him?" As Jiren went on to chime in by shouting, "Never mind that for now, he's coming, and he's coming in fast. Everyone brace yourselves." As with Myrno then shown making his way back onto the Supreme Kai homeworld, Myrno then went on to comment, "Well, that was fun, but now it's my turn, mortal trash. Payback is in order, worms. I'm not the mightiest life form without reason, and I'm about to show you." That was a quick recovery, Vegito says. "I didn't expect for him to bounce back like that. Wait, I can sense him closing in." As indeed this was the case, because with Myrno then shown breaking the sound barrier and making his way ever so closer, as with the way Myrno was shown closing on in, he then went on to acknowledge Vegito by telling him, "I believe I owe you something for knocking me away the way you did." As with Myrno then shown finally connecting a punch of his own, Myrno had managed to knock Vegito away with such force that it not only resulted in Vegito crashing through the entire planet and on through the other side, but Vegito's body was also then shown flying and crashing through 4 different planets within outer space, as even Beerus could not believe this, as Beerus went on to shout, "No, Vegito, Whis, he knocked them through the entire planet." Lord Beerus, "No," Whis says. "Please remain where you are. I'll go." With Vados then shown spawning her staff and responding, "Damn my brother, they'll die in the void of space. Stay here, I'll go." As we then make our way back to Myrno and having to oversee how Myrno is looking down on this gigantic crater within the planet, with his arms now crossed and patiently waiting, Myrno then went on to ask, "I told you, didn't I? Painful, wasn't it? This is your last line of defense, because if it is, then you are doomed. You'll either die in the vacuum of space or you'll come back and die from the beating that awaits you. Either way, you are both going to die. I know you are watching this, Father. Is this what the mighty minister values more than his own kind? This is what you are protecting?" As with Vegito's body shown hurtling through space, Vados had just made it in the nick of time by having to contain Vegito in a barrier by telling him, "Just in time. I got you, warriors. You will not perish within the voids of space." Aw man, Vegito says, "That one really hurt. Just now, I felt it," he says. "There's something more to him. I know he's hiding more of his true power. It's just great. Thank you, Vados. My entire body is shaking from just one of his punches, but I was able to push him back prior. I just need to be faster than him if I hope to catch him off guard like that again, but will it work a second time? Can you heal us, Vados? Vegito asks. Bring us back as quickly as possible. The others won't be able to hold off much longer if they're alone with him. I have an idea, Vegito says. And with Myrno shown patiently waiting, he then went on to comment, a cowering mortal with the mimicry of the divine will never prevail over the one true supreme god. And as for you, Myrno says, you don't think I could sense you approaching, Trooper? I can detect vibrations within the surrounding atmosphere to feel you coming. Giving it another go, are you? Which of course was exactly what Mastered Ultra Instinct Jiren was attempting to do, because even then, despite the overwhelming odds against Jiren, he still attempted to attack Myrno from behind, as Myrno went on to catch Jiren's punch by telling him, you pathetic mortals always try to emulate the divine and fall short. Your resilience is admirable, but now you are really starting to annoy me. Instead of killing you the way I did your friends in Belmont, I think I'll have you suffer a slow and painful death first before getting rid of you. But even with Jiren's fist being held in place, Jiren proceeded to power up and telling Myrno, how dare you! I won't lose to you! But Myrno quickly responds by headbutting Jiren directly in the forehead by telling him, shut your mouth, slave! You've already lost long before you even knew it. As if your sheer willpower to carry on will be enough to combat my raw power. Never, mortal. And with Myrno then shown kicking Jiren down on the ground, he then continues, I'll do you just as I did the others. You've done enough here today. Useless, all of you, Myrno says. But then, unbeknownst to Myrno, from behind him through the exact same crater shown within the planet, Mastered Ultra Instinct Vegito had popped up out of nowhere by asking, who said we were done with you? We are far from finished. As with Vegito attempting to punch Myrno with Myrno moving out of the way, Myrno then went on to tell him, so Saiyan, you've been healed, I see. Must have been one of my sisters, since Whis was too busy protecting his pathetic god of destruction from attacking me. So what's your deal, Vegito asks. I can feel you are hiding tremendous amounts of power. What are you saving it for if you can kill us right now? As with Vegito attempting to strike Myrno,
shut up, Vegito, you trying to get the nigga to kill y'all?
Single one of his punches, Myrno then went on to respond, so you're not all brawn after all. For what I intend to use my full power for is none of your concern, because soon you, along with everyone in existence, will be dead anyway. As with Myrno shown avoiding one of Vegito's punches and then overseeing how both Mastered Ultra Instinct Jiren and Mastered Ultra Instinct Vegito were shown coming at him, they both went on to respond, not a chance. Not while there's still a way to break you down, with Jiren chiming in, and as long as I am standing, I will do everything in my power to destroy you, Angel. And with both Mastered Ultra Instinct Jiren and Mastered Ultra Instinct Vegito shown attacking Myrno, Myrno went on to defend himself by responding, are you mortals fighting me together because you know it's impossible for you to win on your own? I assume this to be the case, he says, but you don't get to make the rules in my game. And with Myrno's body then all of a sudden shown disappearing, Vegito went on to comment, Jiren, look, his body just dissolved. I've seen this before, Jiren says. He dematerialized. Damn it, says Vegito, where did he go? Stay alert, with Jiren responding, there's gotta be a way to catch him while he's in motion. In not then realizing that behind him, Myrno was slowly beginning to stick his arm out as he proceeded to grab Jiren by the head by
bald ass head, shake. Bring that bald head here, boy.
Ooh, what the? As with one quick unexpected toss,
it was Myrno did that again. Do that motherfucker. I know that probably loud. That probably was crazy ASMR for y'all.
Myrno had gone to throw Jiren's body out into the distance, with Jiren's body shown hitting the ground multiple times as Vegito went on to chime in by telling Myrno, why don't you come out and stop fighting like a coward, Angel? You know you can't beat us while we stand together, so that's why you're struggling, is that right? Because if you are as powerful as you say, then you would have already ended us. But you can't, and that's because while we're fighting together, you don't have a chance. You must be out of your mind if you believe I am even remotely worried about any of you, Myrno says. You know as well as they do that I am far beyond you all in power and potential. I am only keeping you fools around so I can see if my experiment is a success. The experiment of seeing if the Grand Priest will come to your aid like he did many times before. Or, if that proves to be a failure, then I'll just beat the location out of you before killing you all, with Vegito responding, we'd rather die against you than cough up any bit of information that can lead to the multiverse's destruction. And even if they arrive, do you really think that you have what it takes to destroy all of us while the Omni Kings and Grand Priest are here? You must be delusional to believe that, with Myrno shown smiling and responding, which is why I know what you fools are all doing.
Oh,
You're
shit.
trying to buy time for him to arrive, aren't you? The only problem that I am having is figuring out why. But it doesn't matter to me anymore. By the time they arrive, you will all already be dead. And if you don't believe me, then... well, how about I show you then, since you don't seem to be understanding what it is that I am saying. Wait, what are you planning to do, with Myrno responding, "Oh, you'll see, mortal. I think it's time we spice things up a bit. I wonder how you will respond. You better act fast."
All right. That was part... yeah, so, I like the Vegito form, the Master Ultra Instinct, Primal, whatever that shit is, fire. Look, they trying, bro. They trying their best out there, man. That nigga Myrno's too much, and I can't wait to see the Grand Priest pull up on that little nigga, son. All right, man. Damn, man. Shout out to UnrealEntGaming, bro. This some good writing right here, man. Some good writing, some good art, style, fucking designs and shit. So shout out to UnrealEntGaming, bro. And you like my reaction, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, bro. Become a member. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.